Oh, he bailed. Okay. Cat cam is live. Okay, so yes, wanted to double check. Oh no, okay, wait, the music is still going? Ruh-roh, we gotta figure that out. Hold up, okay. I can still hear the music. Can y'all still hear the music? Because that's gonna be a problem. Yes, we can still hear the music. Okay. Ruh-roh. Okay, so we're gonna fix a few things on the fly. So, TikTok, I have questions for y'all specifically. Because, so are y'all seeing the horizontal? You're seeing a horizontal view with all these layouts and everything. You were not seeing a vertical view. You were not seeing an optimized vertical view. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, that's cool. That's exciting for now. That's fine for today, but I was hoping I'm supposed to have a like optimized vertical view that I specially prepared for y'all. That I don't know why it's not giving you. So we'll roll with it for today because I don't like fixing things live on stream if I don't have to. The flag says queer Muslims were always here. That's what it says. Okay, let me pull up one thing here. And hello, I'm just here to catch my streak. I'm having an awful mental health day. I'm so sorry, Goose. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay, let me see something because I am on a scene that does not have this music as a source, so y'all should not be hearing this music anymore. As much as we love the music, it should have gone away now. And when we are playing this game, we are not going to be wanting it to play. Ren the Bird is here on TikTok and Twitch. We love. Thank you for joining us in both places. We're also streaming live on YouTube. So let me figure out if I can turn the music off. I might have to go back. We're going to go back to the stream start scene for just a second, but like I promise I'm not leaving. Okay. We just had to remove it. Yeah, so Fifi, it specifically was not coming from the desktop audio. I specifically put it in as a browser source. But I only put it in on the stream start scene, so I thought when I switched to just chatting that it would be chill and goodbye. But it was not chill and goodbye. It was still here. So I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows. Let me let someone know that I am live. Our triple streaming. Twitch, YouTube, and to celebrate my new custom made by me, excuse me, goodness gracious, overlays, and play some sky / your queer Muslim cousin. We want to peep them, and we'll send a little emoji. Ooh, and I might be DMing the person who sent a message right before that because they make custom animated emotes. Interesting. Never trust OBS. OBS acts like your friend. OBS is your enemy. Oh no. Yeah, OBS and I have been fighting. But I put in Streamlabs and Stream Elements, and things have been interesting. So, and fair warning to anybody in TikTok, I found out when I put in Stream Elements to be able to do this multi-stream without tanking my stream, which, like, I'm so excited. I'm currently streaming to TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, and I'm at 60 frames per second. Like, it's so smooth, it's so good. It's amazing. However, my TikTok chat does not allow me to do any moderating. Like, it's porting in the TikTok chat, but unlike on TikTok Live, the moderating isn't moderating. So I am gonna see real quick. Actually, I just got an idea. Hold on, I just got an idea. Let me see if I can pull up TikTok on my phone and join my own live stream from my phone. Hold on, that was such a smart idea I just had. Let me see if I can do that to moderate from my phone, because I don't like being handicapped and not being able to moderate from my own phone. Or moderate my own stream. I don't like that. No, I don't want to add to my story. I am live. So can I see my live? Oh, I got jump scared. I thought I was on my live stream, but it was showing that I was doing something else. Who knows? But anyways, so fair warning to all the TikTok folks. Oh, and thank you so much for all the little, like, hearts and, like, all the things, Mercury. You're so sweet. Oh my goodness. But fair warning to all the TikTok folks. Right now, Mercury is in the chat, and Mercury has been unleashed. Mercury has 100% carte blanche to mute anybody who is being rude, even in, like, a tiny, tiny bit. Until I figure out how I can manage my own moderating again. Yeah, it doesn't appear to really be giving me that option, and I don't like it. Yeah, it really just seems to actually be glitching out and not liking the fact that I am trying to even interact with TikTok on my phone and not, you know, on the thing. So, let's see. Any tips on keeping your hijab out of the way while being active? I'm moving in a few days and mine keeps falling in the way. Pinning it in a way, like using more pins than you think you need, and choosing a style that is specifically for being active. Like, don't choose a big flowy style. Yeah, you can also get, here, I literally have these, can I get far enough away from it? I have literally one left here. They're literally called, like, hijab pins. So they are no snag hijab pins. They are so they don't pull through your hijab. So they're kind of like safety pins, but safety pins will also pull through and rip your hijab. So I'm trying to, like, show you here. Yes, yeah, just look up no snag hijab pins. These are the best. If you're scared of straight pins, obviously, like, I'm not scared of straight pins. I use all kinds of them, but these are phenomenal. I use these all the time because I can't stand magnets. I feel like magnets slip out of place every 3 seconds, and I'm scared of them getting on my phone and, like, wiping my phone somehow. And yeah, you're a new reaver as of last month. Mashallah. Wow. Oh, also, I just realized I'm missing my little pillow. And yes, we're going to play Sky in just a minute. This is all new, y'all. I made all of these overlays within the last, like, 36 hours. I taught myself how to put Streamlabs and Stream Elements into OBS and how to do all this multi-streaming stuff in response to people, like, giving suggestions in response to my computer, like, crashing while trying to do the Froggy Brews demo. Like, in the last 36 hours, and me, like, being really annoyed and bored that I couldn't do most of my housewife chores because I'm on, like, lifting restrictions due to my wisdom tooth surgery recovery. Like, I'm not allowed to lift more than 15 or 20 pounds right now because I have a bone graft. And, like, basically, I'm not allowed to do most of my things in life right now. And therefore, I have too much spare time on my hands. And I was like, oh, I was going to stream a lot of games this week. Like, that was going to be my response to, like, oh, we can stream a bunch of games. And then the game streams started kind of going poorly because I couldn't stream on TikTok at the same time. It was, like, crashing and lagging, and people were giving some suggestions. And I was like, you know what? I taught myself how to use Canva to make my, like, little stream start thing a long time ago, and to make my little, like, branding kit or whatever for Twitch. And it was hard and scary because I'm like a MS Paint ride or die kid, but it wasn't that hard. And I taught myself how to use OBS, even though that was hard and scary, and it was fine. And, you know, we can do hard things. And I've been wanting to do a cat cam for a long time. I've been wanting to have to stop doing the really annoying, like, multi-setup of TikTok and Twitch. And I found out last night that I can stream on YouTube. I thought I was going to have to wait 2 months to get verified or whatever. It's crazy. So, like, literally in the last 24 to 36 hours, I have taught myself how to do all of this and set it up. So if you find any flaws in it, like, I still want more feedback. I want to know. I want to get better. Like, I'm actually going to set up, I'm going to change my whole desk and setup to be in this opposite corner. So, like, this junk pile that you see now that my camera view has expanded. Yeah, it used to be you would only see here and it would be all pretty. Now you see this extra bit. It's like, don't look at that. That's all ugly and gross. We're actually going to go over to that corner, and we're going to sit in front of the window, and we're going to get some natural light. It's going to be beautiful. So actually, I'm going to go get, oh, I have a pillow I'm supposed to sit on, because since I have to sit up in bed to, like, not have swelling and stuff, my tailbone has been, like, injured. It's been crazy. So let me go get my little pillow. I'm also going to try and retrieve another cat. I can't believe we have the cat cam set up and none of the cats want to come hang out with us. So mean of them. So I'm going to go grab, hopefully, a cat and my little pillow, and then we're going to play Sky. It's going to be so great. But yeah, talk to each other. Also, I'm curious for TikTok. For the chat, do you see the TikTok chat on the page? And then, like, you have a separate chat of your own that shows up somewhere? Like, I guess I need to, like, have my wife make a TikTok account or something, because I have no idea. I'm sure it looks crazy on TikTok, because TikTok chat covers its own screen. Like, I don't know, because I specifically have a thing set up, you know. Yeah, on Twitch, I see you see our Twitch chat. Yeah, on Twitch, the Twitch chat should show up on screen. But like I said, I have a whole other vertical setup specifically for TikTok that, for whatever reason, I guess is not going to y'all. You can see the Twitch messages. Yes, Funtime AJ, listen, you were one of the reasons that I, like, because you were the ones who reminded me, like, oh yeah, for our European and, like, Middle Eastern folks, yeah, having it be this early in the morning sucks. And oh yeah, for literally everyone else, it also sucks, because East Coast is some of the, like, earliest folks. So, yeah, I don't know. I might have to, like, I don't know, I might have to create an alt TikTok account just to, like, log in and watch my own stream and, like, see what it looks like, because I don't know. Like I said, I created a whole custom view, and I don't know why it's not giving that to y'all. But anyway, you're not Middle Eastern. Well, I mean, I'm not assuming where you're from. I'm just saying that, like, you were the first one to put on my radar of, like, right, this early morning stream is terrible for, like, most of my demographics. Yeah. All right, BRB for real, because I want us to play games and not just talk forever. have returned. First of all, big kitty stretch. Ooh, we love a big kitty stretch. Okay. Oh, hey, no paws on the desk. Will you curl up here with Baba? Will you be a kitty streamer with me since your brother wouldn't? Or are you gonna run away too? No, please, I put so much work into having a cat cam. Please, I beg you. I beg you, baby. Please. Please, will you be niceies to your Baba? Yeah, will you be niceies to your Baba? Oh, I think she will. All right, let's, oh, she's settling down. Yes, okay. Let's turn on the cat cam for at least a moment. Nope, I've never done season of duets. Also, let me turn cat cam back on. Oh, okay, wait, just kidding. I am gonna have to, all right, hold on. We're adjusting cat cam on the fly. We are adjusting it on the fly because I realize that's a terrible angle. Stretchy cat. Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they feeding you? Ooh. Oh no! That is 2 cats gonzo. Dang. Okay, anyways, I am going to go ahead and like fix the bitty bop for if a cat comes back. Because I want to. Because this would be a better angle, right? My God, y'all are getting to see all my mess on the desk. I can't even eat this chocolate. I don't even know why it's here. Oh yeah, sneak preview. I did get 2 perfumes to try. They're almost like joke perfumes. Right? Who here remembers Smelly Cat? Oh. See, and here I was saying like, oh, I'm not going to do live on stream updates anymore of like my setup. And yet, actually, what if I just moved the thing here instead of having this tall thing here? What if I did just, oh, well, that's a little bit too. Eat. Wait. Thoughts, feelings? When there's a cat in there, there will be a cat in there. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Samantha. Okay, when there's a cat in there, there will be a cat in there. Okay, all right. I'm also going to pop the AC on real quick. It's like hot in here, dudes. Yeah, it's literally 86 degrees in here. Thank you, Sage. Thank you. I literally made them myself last night. Made them myself in Canva. Yes, we just tried 2 different cats and lost both of them. We lost both cats. Do I go to men's prayer rooms? Not usually. Sometimes I do. I know. Psst, 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 psst. Cats, come back. I promise I'm not hiding them from y'all. Look, I'll prove it. There's no cat in there right now. There's no cat. But we will go ahead and open up Sky. Finally, we are technically just chatting in the Sky category, which is we're not supposed to do that. So let me open up Sky. And once I have it open, we will change to the Sky scene. And y'all will see how much work I have put into this. Wait, can we go to men's rooms? I'm more mask than femme, but I prefer hijab. Yeah, I mean, if you're non-binary, if you are, you know, neither a man nor a woman, then it's kind of up to you. I've prayed in men's prayer areas. You know, I also tend to be more femme. Oh, Rutro. Are we losing frames? Hold on. It's hard for me to see. How long have I been Muslim? I've been Muslim for like 7.5 years now. Sorry, Sky is trying to load, but things are happening. This is the scary moment. This is the scary moment where we see if things start getting crazy. If we start dropping a bunch of frames. Oh no. Oh, I don't want to like... Come on, man. Okay, let's escape out of Sky. Or Control-Alt-Delete, I guess. We're gonna have to do it. Force closing Sky. Oh no. Task Manager, save us. Save us, Task Manager. Oh, now it's responding. Okay, we're still going to end it, though, I think. Yeah. All right, let's try it again. Pink is back. One second. E. What Elements Control Center? Get out of here. I've been told by a Muslim friend that I should pick one. Okay. Should pick one prayer room, stick to it, so other Muslims don't assume I'm a creep. Yeah, basically. Especially if you're going to a like specific prayer room or a specific masjid, then like you do need to pick one because you're gonna get known by the community. I'd so go to a men's being a mask envy and all, but I'm scared they'll creep on me or I'll feel unsafe. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to just weigh it based on like how you feel and yeah, there's not like one good rule of thumb, you know. Oh, okay, all right, sorry. My FPS like for some reason was getting like really I couldn't see what it said on OBS. So let me see. I know, I wish there was a third gender neutral option. I have been told that there are some masjid that like if you call ahead and ask, they actually do have that. So also, welcome to the Sky / all gaming thingy things. Oh yeah, let me turn off the cat cam now that the cat cam is not active. Wish there wasn't gender segregation in prayer. Yeah, same. The history of Sky exhibit. Yeah, we checked it out, but like it was so overwhelming because the people, there were just so many people. It was too much for me. So we might check it out like after anniversary activities are over. Sage said that they would be my my Uber there. So all right, y'all gotta let me know because we are still like beta testing everything. Excuse me. Like if we start lagging super hard, if something's weird with audio, if you just, I don't know, are having a bad time in general, let me know. We're having coffee X protein drink right now. And if you play Sky and you want to like exchange friend codes, let me know. We could totally do that. And if you're like, hey, do you have your res turned down super low? Why, yes, in fact, I do. That is how I get away with being able to stream at all with having a dinky little computer. Because that's the other thing is like secretly, what y'all don't know about me, or some of you do, is that I have a Dell Optiplex 7070 that is secondhand, that was going to be not just recycled, but like thrown away by one of my old jobs. And the monitor is also was going to be thrown away by one of my old jobs. And I, just kept it instead. So it is like 7 years old. Very, very old. Let's give our salams to the baker. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ah, Fefe! Also, I apologize. I think I started mispronouncing your name again by habit, but it's Fefe. We love Fefe. We will not mispronounce his name. Also, I love his outfit. Yes, we have to give our salams to the baker. Segregation and separation is who makes the call on it and for what purpose. I believe in gender-affirming prayer rooms as long as they are voluntary. Exactly, yes. If it is affirming, yes. But only if it is voluntary. Hello, Fefe. Good day. Oh my gosh. Look at this outfit. Beautiful. Also, this hair. Dang, queen. Look at you. Yes, and this game is free. Ren, you better come play with me. I just realized it's been so long since I dressed mask that I literally cannot remember when I last did. Real. And Sage is here too. All my friends are here. Sage is here. And Fefe is here. I have no idea how I'm sis. Listen, some people are just, they have things wrong with them. Was that too mean? Oh. All right, let's go get some candles, and then we're just doing like completionist stuff. We are trying to finish up all of the getting all of the spirits and all of the wingy boys, aka the I don't know, the little golden boys that you have to get the wings. For everything before I Have Eden, because I refuse to touch I Have Eden until I've done that. I don't know why. It was a completely arbitrary decision that I made, and I'm sticking to it. Let's see. Yeah, freemium is a great way to describe it. Absolutely. My day has been great, Green Whale Shark. How has yours been? I was very, very stressed about, was I going to make it to stream on time since I am chronically forever late to my own stream. Technically, I was not here on time, but I did start the stream on time, which is better than I usually do. And I had music this time to entertain y'all, so I hope that made up for me once again being late. And I wasn't egregiously late. I wasn't an hour late like I had been before. I'm also late to my streams. It's been too warm. Yeah, it is too warm. It was, you also heard me when I said, it was 86 degrees in my room. That's why I had to turn on the AC so that my little computer won't kill itself. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Sky does have things that you can purchase in it. But, and yeah, normally, okay, here's the thing about the protein drinks. I normally cannot touch protein drinks whatsoever. I hate them. I hate pre-mixed ones. I hate powder ones. Protein drinks and I fight. The only ones I've ever been able to have are those fancy new clear protein drinks. But somebody on TikTok recommended, it's called Clean Simple Eats. And I specifically asked them is it gritty and nasty when you mix it in? And they said, no, it's not. Actually, you know what? Let me be smart about this. Hold on. We're gonna go home again. Sorry. Why don't we just do a candle run through, the beginning, through Isle of Dawn, and then go through Daylight Prairie? Because Isle of Dawn doesn't take very long. Why don't we just do that and, like, top up on candles, and then we'll do Daylight Prairie completionist stuff. That would be smart. We'll wait till Fefe comes back. Are you even a streamer if you're not late to your own stream? Okay, that does make me feel better, because I was feeling so bad, like, that I just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, every day I'm late to my own stream by, like, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Fefe, should we wait for you, or are you doing your own thing? Because you're under no obligation, but also I don't want to abandon you. Hello! Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I know we immediately went through a gate, and then I was like, actually, bye-bye. Isle of Dawn, that's what it's called. Did it say no? We just glitched through. We cannot go to Isle of Dawn today? There we go. Okay. Hello? I've only been able to get down protein drinks or protein smoothies I make. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Is I have to make essentially like a fruit smoothie that's just made with milk and yogurt and stuff. And like, and like that is my protein drink. But somebody recommended the Clean Simple Eats, and given the whole wisdom tooth surgery, I was like, I'm gonna need other things. Like even though I love my, my fruit smoothies with yogurt and milk, like I'm gonna need other things, because for 6 weeks I am on a liquid diet, y'all. And it's already, I'm on day like 4 or 5 or something, and I'm already like struggling. I need variety, I need texture. I really don't have either of those available to me right now. And so they had a little like variety pack of like 4 or 5 different flavors. Yeah, 6 weeks. Because I had a bone graft, because I not only had the wisdom teeth out, but I also lost one other like adult tooth. Because I didn't go to the dentist for 3 years. Because I didn't have insurance, and also I was scared. Bone graft? Yeah. Thank you. You're very sweet. 1 day and a half until Van Gogh? Okay. I didn't know when it was starting. Also, yeah, wasn't there an update to the game today? You're going crazy. I know. I'm so excited for the Van Gogh thing. Oh, thank you, Pink. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to pay attention to chat. But there are 2 chats, and also I'm gaming, and I've never gamed with TikTok live before, so, like, forgive me if I am missing messages, y'all. The update hasn't happened yet? Oh. Hi, Stunad! Hi, Stunad! Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. 2 chats. Oh yes, 3 chats if you count YouTube. Is there a YouTube chat? It didn't in my OBS it doesn't give me a YouTube chat. Hi YouTube chat. I'm so sorry. I'm not seeing you say anything. Oh no. Okay, forgive me. After this stream, I will go into my settings and like figure out how I can moderate cuz I can moderate the Twitch chat. I can ban y'all. If y'all are rude in Twitch, I can ban y'all. In TikTok right now, I'm having to rely on my moderators because I can't touch anything there. And that's not cool. I need to be able to bop y'all, especially because on TikTok. I mean, I love most of y'all on TikTok, to be fair. But TikTok is where the meanies live. So I need to be able to do my own self-bopping and not just rely on my mods as much as we love them. Gotta be able to do some bopping on TikTok. And yeah, YouTube is completely new. I literally thought I was told that like, hey, you have to either submit your like ID and stuff or your face, which like death before any of that, or wait like 2 months of posting videos before YouTube will consider you a real person and you'll be able to like go live. And then yesterday when I was doing all of my plugging in for multi-stream, it was like, oh, hold on, excuse me. Hello? Who are you? Is there something here? Oh, it's just a little power-up for if you get stuck down here. Oh, that's kind of them. I guess I do need it now that I let myself get stuck down here, though. That is very funny. Not me getting distracted and ended up actually needing it. Anyways, I found out just like, oh yeah, actually, I guess posting 3 times a day, even though it's only been 3 weeks, has unlocked things for me. So I will be able to do that. Oh, Quill, wait, people are talking. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's so much happening. Hide all the chats. Wait. Disabled, and that doesn't help with movement, so I stretch while I watch streams, and I just touch the floor standing? Big win! Ren! Oh, I'm so excited for you! That's amazing! Yes, months of work. Ah! I do similar stretches. My bones are fusing together, so I'm trying to keep as much mobility as possible. Oh my gosh, you have like ankylosing spondylitis or something similar? Oh my goodness! That is so exciting! I'm so proud of you. I know the feeling of like at one point in my life I had a major ACL tear and like MCL fray, and due to life circumstances I was not able to get it like repaired or like anything about it fixed for over a year. And I also at the time had a rotator cuff injury. Hello, are you gonna let me through? Thank you. And at one point, due to like the pain, because I didn't know that like if you stop moving it, it will get frozen. Like I was dealing with like potentially a frozen shoulder, and then having to walk with either a cane or crutches, and like I was in the process of like getting locked into my body. It was terrifying, and thankfully, I'm so grateful. My mother is an occupational therapist. So when I finally let her in on like what was going on, because it was during 2020, we were not living in the same household. We were very far away, and we have kind of a strained relationship at times. So I was not really telling her what was going on. She helped me kind of develop a program to be able to do a lot of those like stretches and exercises and like make sure that we were reversing that process basically and doing that. So, should we get wind path cakes from here? I don't know what those words mean. Let me catch up with chat and then, oh, axial spondyloarthritis. Oh, okay. Not quite, but close. POTS and fibro. Oof. Yeah, I know. Big hugs to everybody. Yeah, what are wind path cakes? Fefe, you need to explain yourself. So you can read chat. I mean, nah, that's okay. I'm trying to. I gotta figure things out eventually. But thank you. But yes, I lost y'all. I am not a woman, but I appreciate it. Strong, independent, non-binary creature. But yes, multi-streaming is great. It is, I mean, it's always overwhelming, to be fair. I have been multi-streaming for a long time. I have not gamed while multi-streaming. Oh, above this cave is an entrance to the wind paths. What are the wind paths, though? I don't know what that means. Above this cave? Oh, that's a tall entrance. Yo, Shark. Hi, Muslim. Yes. Hello. Hi, Skyvoid. Strong, independent, non-binary creature. Yes. Yeah, I know. I figured. I like to assert my boundaries of I do not like being called a woman. Or a whammon. That's usually how I pronounce it, is whammon. Have not done Season of Flight. No, listen, I've not done nothing. Not done nothing. Yeah, and we're also not doing the trials today. Oh, oops. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I am not no whammon. When did I start Sky? Like 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah, so I do multi-streaming every day that I do like a book club or a just chatting stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. But I have not been doing multi-stream on gaming, literally only because my computer would like yeet itself into oblivion and die if I tried to do that. But because I was able to like figure out some stuff, now we can do gaming streams as multi-streams. So it is a little bit more, right? It's like, whomst is this woman you speak of? Paths are very important to candle run mobility. Ooh, okay, good to know. All right, so today we're sticking to the plan, but wind paths. How about Thursday? Remind me, and I will put the stream like, we'll run into some things, and we'll put the stream title as wind paths, and you can tell me all about it, and we'll do wind paths, because that sounds phenomenal. Also, I just can't get over this hair, Fefe. Like I'm obsessed with it. Has the memory of a goldfish. Listen, same. I'm just too autistic to change plans. That's the problem, is I'm like, today, we're doing this. Book club. Yes, book club. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we wear pink. No. What the heck? On Mondays and Wednesdays, I can't tell where we're going? Sorry, this is my least favorite thing about Sky, is that when I run into things and I'm like, I can't tell what's happening. And I do get stuck in the clouds quite a lot, like this, where it's like, okay, there we go, where I'm trying to, like, get somewhere, but because of, like, the camera view and whatever, I get stuck. That is the most frustrating thing. As an avid reader, I'm incredibly intrigued. Yeah, Green Bow Shark. Mondays, we are, it's like our actual book club, and right now we are in the middle of reading, Scott Siraj al-Haq Kugel's Living Out Islam, which is his follow-up to the book Homosexuality in Islam, which was his, like, very scholarly, technical, very, very, like, highly researched, like, scholarly breakdown of, like, why homosexuality is actually permitted in Islam, and, like, what all the different opinions and the different, like, Sunni madhabs are, and different interpretations of the verses, and going into the actual Arabic of it all. But during all that research, he encountered lots of different, like, queer Muslim activists. So Living Out Islam is the collection of all of their stories and, like, memoirs. So we are reading that right now. You're gaming on TikTok now. Love it. Yes, Giggles. I know. I finally figured out how to bring y'all the games. I've been wanting to do that since day one. My computer is little tiny baby old man. He's like a Benjamin Button computer. So we figured out how to make the resources happen so that my Benjamin Button computer could still bring y'all games. So I hope y'all are enjoying it. Work very hard to do this. Gotta stretch my big brain. Hello, Maddie. How are you? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. No, oh, nuts. No, I'm not following you, Pointing Candlemaker. Goodbye. We're leaving. But yes, so on Mondays we're reading that, and then on Wednesdays is kind of, it's not technically book club. Wednesdays is like special event day. So we have guest Wednesdays, if we ever have a guest speaker on, whether it's another queer Muslim. Sometimes we do interfaith speakers, like, Jewish folks, pagan folks, very rare Christian folks. Like, nothing against Christians, but just, like, it's rare to find Christians who actually want to engage from an interfaith lens and who aren't just, like, coming to proselytize. So, I try, Maddie. I'm trying so hard. If someone's a moot of mine who's, like, a queer Muslim, I'm trying so hard to remember names. I'm really bad. But I'm trying. Yes, oh my gosh, okay, send me a DM. If you want to come on Wednesdays as a guest speaker, like, send me a DM. I'll send you the little writer that I send people that's, like, discussion of, like, boundaries, safety concerns, tell me what you want to talk about, tell me what you want to do in terms of media package of, like, can I announce it beforehand, can I post clips afterwards, etc. Like, we'll talk. But yeah, send me a DM so I don't forget. But yes, so Wednesday, did I miss some candles? Yeah, I did. So sometimes it's guest Wednesdays, like speakers. Sometimes it is, like right now we're in the middle of a comparing Quran series. Y'all, it's just out of frame over here, but I have a stack of 7 different Qur'ans because my wife and I have tons and tons and tons of different like translations, English translations of the Qur'an, and we are going through the like 10 different common like clobber verses, quote unquote, that are used against queer Muslims, that are all the different like verses of the story of Lut alayhi salam in the Qur'an, and comparing the different English translations and comparing it to the original Arabic, and talking about how like, hey, so people always say like, oh, like we did the tried, the true, the classic Surah Al-Araf verses 80 through 84 last Wednesday. And it's like, yeah, so everybody always says, like, you know, if you're gay, they're like, oh, read Surah Al-Araf verses 80 through 84. And it's like, okay, we did. That actually not only doesn't really have anything to do with homosexuality, but if you're saying that it does, it actually disproves that. Because Surah Al-Araf verse 80, like the very first one, says, do you commit an immorality that no one else in the world ever has committed? And we have anthropological evidence that there were gay people from even the time of the Neanderthals. So we don't know exactly when Sodom and Gomorrah were, but we do know that there's no possible way that the people of Sodom and Gomorrah were the first people to commit homosexual acts. So, and we know that like the people of Sodom and Gomorrah weren't punished for everything they did. Like they weren't punished for eating and breathing and walking around. Like, you know, you can't say that every single thing that they did was what they were punished for. It was only some of the things. So like maybe they were being gay, but that wasn't what they were punished for, because people were being gay before them. So like, congratulations. Yeah, like Surah Al-Araf verse 80, you've immediately disproven that any of the things about the people of Lut were about homosexuality. So anyways, we're in the middle of that. I thought we were going to get through all of them. I was actually so scared that we were going to run out of stuff to talk about during that stream. We only got through the one. We have 9 more chunks of verses to get through. So we'll keep doing that until we're done. And we'll probably intersperse it with some guest Wednesdays, because I actually have 2 more guests lined up. Y'all get excited. I haven't announced them yet. It's a secret, but there are 2 more guests lined up. It sounds like 3 more now if Maddie wants to come on. I'm bi, not a lesbian. Ooh, you have a thought and want my opinion? Sure, give me your thoughts. I'll do my best. But yeah, so sometimes we do guests, sometimes like that. We've got that one. We might do like taste tests sometimes if, you know, or we might do like a live perfume comparison. Oh, I love when we get just like a quick shorts check. Sorry, we do be getting shorts checks sometimes. I think I've got everybody's stuff here. All right, yeah, let's get through I Love Dawn, because we just did this for a candle run, and now we're getting to the main event, which is Daylight Prairie, because we still have, we're going to do the mask thing. But yeah, sometimes, like, I used to do taste tests a lot back on, like, my first V1 of my TikTok. I love tasting different foods and just, like, talking about food. I used to be a pastry chef, in like ski resorts and other like really fancy places. I used to work in the restaurant industry quite heavily. I love tasting food and talking about food. So we might do that. But yeah, basically Wednesday is for like special events, but quite often it has been like book club themed special events. Oh yeah, no, thank you for stopping in, Green Whale Shark. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. Masalama. Pastry chef, yes. Cool lore, yes. Lore drop, used to be a pastry chef. Let's see. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I'm losing what Maddie might have sent as a question. Is Shaitan more of a person or a concept? Wait, I'm missing something, because then I saw Ellis saying, why would you open with something? And I missed whatever was said. Sorry, it's very hard to game and then also catch up with chat, because these chat windows are so small. I literally need to get like a 3rd monitor. It's crazy. Also, I definitely got turned around. I don't know where I am right now. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I found where we're going. Sorry, y'all. The distracted leading the group. Oh, it's about a different situation. Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah, I literally need to get like a third monitor so I can have like OBS and all the stuff. And then also just a window just for chat that's like right next to the game so that I can like just flick my eyes from that to chat and not be so distracted. But anyways, is Shaitan more of a person or a concept? My understanding, and of course Allahu A'lam, and I'm not a scholar, I'm just some guy. Ooh, I want to see something. Hold on. I want to see, can I? Oh, it's too late. It's too late. Sorry. Dang. I wanted to see if I could just fly over this so that I wouldn't have to, like, do the, like, walkie through the middle thing. But it was too late. I gotta head out. It was nice hanging out in the stream. I'll try to catch the next one. Oh, no worries. Thank you for coming in, Quill. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'll catch you at the next one. So my understanding, and Allahu A'lam, but is that Shaitan is not a person in that, like, people, a people means a human, like a human, but Shaitan, one sec. Shaitan was a jinn, so not an angel, as, like, the Christians think of them. You know, the Christians think of Shaitan or Lucifer as a fallen angel, right? But Muslims think of Shaitan or know of Shaitan to be a fallen, quote unquote, or like, you know, a misguided jinn, so a being of smokeless fire. And that's why, you know, Shaitan thought that he was better than Adam and then all of humans, is because he said, like, you know, you made Adam out of clay and mud, and I am a being of pure smokeless fire. Therefore, like, obviously, like, fire beats mud. You know, it's kind of like paper beats rock or something. You know what I mean? Like, that was his logic. But therefore, like, Shaitan is a being. Shaitan is not a person, not like a person in, like, that sense, but is a creature, is a being, is a singular being. And there are shaitans, like, people use colloquially the term shaitans to mean, like, lesser demons, to mean like other jinn, essentially. And jinn can be similarly to humans, they can be good or they can be bad, they can be Muslim or they can be not. You know, jinn exists on kind of another plane of existence. We can not perceive them with our eyes. Exactly, yeah, the Shaitan was the king of jinns. That is one way to interpret it. You know, and like the reason that Shaitan is often confused with being an angel is because Shaitan was so beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he was allowed to, you know, be in Jannah among all of the angels. And that, you know, when all the angels were being introduced to Adam and everything, like, Shaitan was also there, which was rare. Like, not all the other jinn were there as well. But yes, my understanding, like, from a Muslim theology lens, is that Shaitan is a being, is a creature, not necessarily a person, because he's a jinn, not a human, but not just a, like, concept. He is, in fact, a, like, distinct being. I was curious because I thought it could be the idea of bullying or bigotry. And I mean, I'm not saying you will never find a Muslim who interprets it that way. Like, you talk to 10 Muslims, you will get 10 ideas. You talk to, you know, there are lots and lots of different ways that Islamic theology is interpreted. Again, like, Allahu A'lam, I don't claim to have a monopoly on any of this. But typically no, how I understand it is that we don't believe in it as, like, a concept or a cautionary tale or anything like that. It's like, no, this is a real dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, Maddie. Listen, I love it. I am not trying to shut down your question at all. And I'm not even saying that like your alternate potential interpretation is wrong. Cuz like that's why I always try to go with like, an Allahu Anam cuz I could be wrong, I could have misunderstood it, I could be misremembering it. Like I'm completely self-taught. Like I've just read books and watched videos and podcasts and done my own studying and praying and thinking. I think about Islamic theology so much. It is like one of my special interests. It's one of the reasons I have this whole like channel. Like right now we're playing a video game because like everybody needs a break and everybody needs some chill spaces. But like, you know, half of my content, if not more, is about Islamic theology and how it affects queer people and also just like making even like not even necessarily specifically queer focused Islamic theology or Islamic content, but just like Islamic content from a queer person because it can be really hard to learn your religion when you know that like you run the risk constantly of getting slapped in the face by like a random anti-gay sentiment from somebody. You know what I mean? Like I used to in my like baby Muslim days like curate safe playlists of like Islamic podcasts and stuff for my like fellow Muslim friends. Even the like not specifically queer ones, but just like people who didn't want to just be randomly assaulted with hatred during like Ramadan. Um, wow, we're just glitching out real quick. Because it's like, you'd go to be like listening to something like really beautiful, really, calming, soothing, like beautiful, loving. And then all of a sudden, like in the middle of that khutbah, there'd be like 15 seconds of a really random, really ugly anti-trans tirade. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, hey, now my entire spirit is like crushed and I'm so upset. And like I'm supposed to go pray the Hajjud because it's like, it'd be like, especially during Ramadan and stuff. But I'm like devastated and my iman is so low and I don't even want to go hang out with the community, Yeah, I'll see if I can dig up that playlist. That was from years ago. Can you drop a comment on one of my TikTok videos or YouTube videos or wherever and remind me? But yes, I would love to give that to y'all. I'd forgotten about that until I was just talking about it now. But like I used to do all kinds of stuff like that. Or like I rewrote there is a resource called the 100 Questions Asked Before Marriage. And it's an okay resource, but I actually rewrote it even before I was looking to get married, as the like 120 questions the progressive Muslim should ask before marriage. Because some of the questions were kind of redundant. A lot of the questions were like really regressive. It'd be like, do you have friends of the opposite gender and like will you remain friends with them after marriage? And like you should ask questions about that to investigate like is your spouse going to be weird about you having friends they perceive to be of the opposite gender like after marriage. But I don't believe in using that kind of like reductive language to investigate that necessarily. And some of them were also just like really genuinely like redundant questions, like it needed an edit. So I rewrote that and I've given it to a bunch of friends. And so like I haven't figured out a good place to publish that yet. I probably am gonna get a Substack at some point when I have the spoons to like take on something else extra. I just opened up the YouTube 3 weeks ago and I'm still getting my like sea legs with that. But like it's we're growing in leaps and bounds, y'all. I've gotten like 1,500 followers in the last month. Thank you, Ren. Yes, thank you. Inshallah, I'd love to make that resource available to y'all. Cause yeah, basically like I like not only making specifically queer Muslim content, but I also just like making Islamic resources available in like something that is safe. In a way that is like everybody deserves to feel safe, like emotionally when engaging in their religion, and not have to worry about like, oh yeah, I want to learn from this scholar, but like, hey, there's always the risk that like in the middle of something normal that has literally nothing to do, like it's not even like, oh, I'm listening to like a talk about women and men and how they should interact, or like anything else that might have a risk of having some like gender nonsense. No, I'm literally listening to like something talking about like zabiha halal meat, and like, oh, but surprise, like quick anti-gay tirade for like 15 seconds, you know? Usually steer clear of podcasts in general because a lot of people are basically very sexist. Either that or they're just glorified advertisements for products. Yeah. Yeah. Or even if, like Yakin. I love Yakin, but, every once in a while there's just something real insidious just like slipped in there, and you never know until you've listened to the whole thing. So that's why I have that playlist, because I would just basically like listen to the whole thing, and then if it was safe, I'd add it to the list, and if I had gotten blindsided, I wouldn't. But I like to create content around stuff where it's just like, hey, let's talk about hadith and the science of them, or let's talk about marriage. Let's talk about stuff, but just from like an open perspective, so that people can engage with this, and like even the straights could enjoy this, and they don't have to engage with the fact that it's coming from a queer Muslim if they don't want to. But the queer Muslims can engage with it, the straight Muslims can engage with it. It's open to everybody, and they don't have to worry about, is this going to be polluted by a bunch of weird misogynistic like I mean, they'll talk about the gays corrupting their kids, but then, like, my conversion story until, until my the video with the rainbow flag went viral. Until then, my most viral video was my conversion story. And most people didn't even clock that I was gay. They were just like, mashallah, what an amazing, like, revert story. Wow, amazing. Like, we're so excited to see someone like you in our religion. And they love that. Or like, me just being me, talking about a religious topic of, and not having any rainbow stuff in the background. Like, just me kind of sharing Islamic content from my perspective. And then, they would kind of get into it. And then I would post something gay and I would lose a bunch of followers because they'd be like, wait, I didn't realize I was secretly following a gay channel. And it's like, yeah, because, like, we have knowledge too, and we, I don't know. But I think that that's really worth doing, both for the queer people and for straight people, because it also gives them the opportunity to like realize what a breath of fresh air it can be to engage with content that isn't full of that baseline misogyny, baseline anti-gay bias, like all that baseline hatred that we've come to expect from mainstream sources. Because I'll get so many, on those types of videos, that, are just kind of low-key, normal, whatever. I will get so many people who are clearly like straight Muslims, they haven't really clocked that like this is the gay channel or whatever. They will, they'll comment something that's essentially like, oh wow, this is such a like breath of fresh air. This is why we need reverts. Like, they come in and they bring this like perspective that's just really beautiful, and it's free from all of this like ingrained hatred and misogyny and whatever. And they realize that they need it. They realize that our community needs it. They realize that we need to get away from this really deeply ingrained, I don't know, just hatred that kind of poisons the well of everything that we study from. And then, of course, once they realize that I'm gay, they're like, oh no, and then they unfollow me. But for a brief moment, they go, oh wow, I love this perspective. It's such a breath of fresh air. And so I try to do more of that, you know? Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. I have also been loving my TikToks lately. I will say, I have been getting served so many ads for, like, promote your TikToks, like, pay money to you know, have your TikToks go viral and get, like, 3,000 followers. And surprise, surprise, in the last, like, week or two, all of my videos have been doing really badly. Oh no, my friends disappeared. Right. Okay, this is what we're gonna do next, y'all. This is gonna be the next, like, actual thing that's not just a candle run, is this mask. So I'm gonna go collect some more candles from, over in this, like, little cave while I wait for my friends to come back. Yeah, so I also just want to acknowledge that, like, I really don't feel comfortable with the idea of, like, paying for views. I think that that's, I mean, yes, I want to grow my channel. Yes, I want to reach more people. I'm not saying that I'll never, like, take an ad deal or do anything that helps turn this into something sustainable that, like, you know, helps this be a job and not just a hobby, because I would like for it to eventually be something I can do full time and that supports my family. But, like, you know, at least right now, it doesn't feel right to pay to push a video onto people. But it does mean that, like, while TikTok has decided that it's like, you know what, you must be at a crux of, like, growth point, how about we artificially slow all of your videos down so that you feel pressured to pay for a promote? And I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. Most progressive Muslims toward women will likely be queer. Interesting. TikTok is so laggy. Oh, no. TikTok is laggy? Uh-oh. Thank you for letting me know, Tasty. That is not good. Okay. Let me sit down for a second and see what I can do, if anything. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Let's see. I was wondering, because, like, there's the chat usually is, like, going crazy. And it's not. So I didn't know if it was because, like, yeah, it's not looking. Also, I saw some people saying something about nuggets. Ooh, audiobooks. If gay media can turn... Wait, hold on. I want to read this. If gay media can turn straight kids gay, then logically straight media should turn them straight again. Just make them watch an Adam Sandler movie to revert the effects of the gays? Astaghfirullah. Nobody should ever be forced to watch an Adam Sandler movie. That is a human rights abuse. Fefe. How could you even suggest that? Ah! Anyways, oh my gosh. Oh, literally, Sage just said the same thing after me. Okay, amazing. Made nugs if anyone wants any. Ren. I was gonna say, as long as they're halal nugs. Wait, I can't have any. Oh, dang it. That's how bad. That's how. Can you blend some nugs up in a blender for me? Oh my gosh. I'm watching while at work, just listening. Wait, who said that? Ah! Sorry. Trying to get to scroll. Giggles. Oh, Giggles. Nice. Can you blend some? Ren, you'll get the blender. Thank you. I had a friend. I visited a friend this weekend. All right. I can't really do anything about things being laggy. I'm sorry. I just checked all the settings and there's nothing I can. But I promise I will investigate after stream and I will fix it. I will fix to where, like, y'all get a pretty vertical view that I custom created for you. I custom created a beautiful vertical view for you that has your own chat that, like, not that I don't want you to see the Twitch chat, but, like, you have your own chat, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what happened. So, And that might also be partially it, is that, like, y'all have too many resources loading and stuff. Adam Sandler is one of our Jewish treasures. Yeah, I mean, fair. To be fair, I actually do like a lot of Adam Sandler movies. Like, I was raised on 50 First Dates. Like, I do actually like a lot of those. But, you know, obligatory gay joke, I do have to say that, you know, forcing people to sit down and watch Adam Sandler movies to ungayify them, disrespectful. But yes, we're actually gonna go play, instead of just doing candle running, we're gonna go play an actual, like, quest thing that's one of the completion things that I need to play in Daylight Prairie, which is this mask thingy here in a second. Yeah, I don't know why it's a little bit laggy other than just, like, the resources of it all. But I promise, all I can do for today is, A, tell you could come over to Twitch if you wanted. It's nice here in Twitch. And that tomorrow, or, like, after tonight, after today's stream, I will take a look at it and I will set y'all up with the pretty view that I had set up for you already, and I will figure it out. Looks up. One sec. 8 Crazy Nights is certainly a movie. Looked it up. They are... I don't know that word yet. Should I go rinse my mouth? They were out of my good ones. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, you could I would say, like, now that you know, my personal advice would be don't eat anymore. Yeah, rinse your mouth. But, like, you don't have to, like, repent or anything for, you know. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, y'all sit down if you want to join me here. You don't have to, you don't have to, do anything else to, like, repent. You didn't know. But yeah, if you know better now, passage of assistance will begin shortly. Ooh, this is very pretty. I like this orb of masks. Mask orb. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Ooh, look at this. This place always makes me nostalgic. Aww. The food drive I go to never has halal meat. I know. When I was, like, between jobs and always having to get food at like, food drives and stuff, I always had to give the meat that they gave me to my neighbors because I couldn't eat it, and I just subsisted on, you know, the vegetables. Mateo, what did you think was the joke, that I was on a liquid diet? No, man, I had wisdom tooth surgery and a bone graft, and I'm on a liquid diet for 6 weeks. When the timer counts down, the music's gonna be great. Nice. Okay, yep, I've turned up my like, things so I can hear the music. Don't make me feel old. Fefe, I love you, but Sage. I was gonna say, Fefe, you're a baby. You're a baby. Don't tell me you feel old, because that's going to make me feel old. But Sage, okay, you're a fellow old. I feel it. Is vegetarian easier? Is it common in Islam? It's not common in Islam because, like, people take issue with, like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the right to eat meat. You shouldn't, like, disrespect that. But I will say, I was vegetarian for almost 10 years before becoming Muslim, and, like, now I'm basically vegetarian. I eat meat, like, maybe once a month. My wife was vegetarian, like for years. Oh my gosh, like, decades. And we basically, like, we eat meat and seafood occasionally, but it's expensive, and it is just easier. Yeah, Islam doesn't really encourage vegetarianism, but it's also, like, not allowed. I do find it easier, especially if you live in an area where, like, halal meat is not widely available. You know? Keeping vegetarian is the same as keeping halal. So, I'm on the eco diet. It's just all eco-friendly foods, like less beef, More fish and chicken. Interesting. Yeah, and you could also do pescatarian because fish is all halal. It doesn't have to be, like, specially slaughtered. Group up with the others to gather as many masks as you can before they spin away. Oh, no. Okay. Group up with the others. Okay. So wait, what about grouping up would make this easier? Nearby players will help you recover masks more quickly? Oh, do we have to, like, push them together? Is that the thing? Literally, where are other masks? Am I crazy? Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Mary. Wait, y'all, I'm so confused. I saw the one mask, but, like, I don't see any other masks. Oh, here's a mask. Wait, where did that come from? Wait. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. I think I just saw one? I don't understand. You're so good at this, I'd forget I was streaming and not talk. Oh, no, see, I'm the opposite. I forget that I'm gaming, and I'm talking to y'all, and then, like, I am like, wait, I'm supposed to be... Oh, wait. I see a mask. I see a mask. I think we're gonna lose that mask, though, because it's all blue. Oh, yeah, we lost that one. Dang. Okay. I didn't see it. It was hidden behind a thingy. Hey. Oh, okay. I can't see nothing. Come here, dude. What is happening? I can't... I'm not good at jumping, I will say. I have found out that I'm really not good at jumping. No. Okay, I guess we need to team up, right? We're supposed to be teaming up because we can't do this alone, right? Like we have to pick them together. Because it won't let us do it alone. It takes at least two of us to pick a dealio, right? This like zoom, this thing that's getting me. It's getting me. Oh, okay. Something happened. I did something. I can't, this, like, camera view, though, I can't see, like, what's happening. Alright, that one's about to, these ones are, like, spinning away. Oh, pfft. The eclipse is fading? Okay, yeah, I know, the eclipse is fading, but, like, what's happening? What is the objective? All I know is that sometimes I stand next to one and something happens. Okay. Wait, Pink, sorry, I just saw it. You are a vegan? That's cool. Yeah, my wife also tried to be a vegan for a while. To be fair, she does do way better with no dairy. Oh, I got bopped. Okay, I didn't get it. Okay. Yeah, Sage, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Coming to you. Am I supposed to hit F? No, that didn't work. I don't know what... There we go. Okay, I'm just following you then. Yeah, if we have to redo this trial, we should, like, team up and stick together the way it said. Because this doesn't do it if we don't do it together. That is so cool. Yeah, oh no, that one didn't work. Yeah, my wife definitely does better with no dairy, but and she tried to cut out eggs because of her cholesterol. So, like, yeah, she essentially was vegan for a good while, but she's had to pick up meat again because, like, she just wasn't getting enough protein. And not saying that you have to have meat to get enough protein, but she can't eat enough, like, volume of food to get the, like, if you are going to be vegan, you do have to eat a greater volume of food, you know? And she just can't. Okay, it did work. Okay, I'm going to say, like, if we have to do that again, we gotta be better teamwork, y'all. Okay, so now we gotta go back to Isle of Dawn to complete the passage of Assistance. Time to go make a backup salad. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ren. Listen, that's the other thing. That's the thing I'm so mad about, though. Like, the most mad about with, like, the timing of this surgery. Is that I love Vegetables, your Sky Kid's face. You have no face. Yeah, you have... It's very funny. Yeah, you have a maskless face, which I hadn't noticed before. I do have a wife. Thank you. I am very, very blessed to have my wife. Yes. You're lactose intolerant and allergic to eggs? Yeah, real. Yeah, with my wife being lactose intolerant and trying to avoid eggs because of her cholesterol, invisible face. Yes, okay, all right. So let's go home and return to Isle of Dawn for turning in our mass quest. You do eat meat occasionally because of family. That's real. That is real. Yeah, family pressures. Yes, wife, queer, yes. We are happily married. Well, y'all can go away. No, I am happily married to my wife, Honey. I love her so, so much. Ever since I started having muesli for breakfast, my cholesterol has been so much better. Yes! Listen, when my wife said she was avoiding eggs because of her cholesterol, I was like, baby girl, that's not how cholesterol works. You should be adding fiber, not avoiding dietary cholesterol. Because, avoiding dietary cholesterol is not typically what, intaking dietary cholesterol is typically not what makes your cholesterol goes up. I have another one of my special interests is, diet and nutrition. Our wife, listen, I don't think she would be opposed to that schema, so, But hey, only I signed the Niqabi, so just be respectful. But yes, no, she always loves, I sometimes show her, the TikToks that I make and whatever, and she always gets tickled pink whenever I make a mention of her. She's like, "Aw, you mentioned me in your videos?" And I'm like, "Yeah, honey, I'm obsessed with you. I talk about you any chance I get. What do you mean?" I allow myself eggs once a week, and once a week I go meatless for a day. It's a deliberate effort to balance my nutrition. Yeah, I feel that. I try as much as possible to not get super in the weeds about I don't track macros. I don't unless it's for halal haram purposes or allergies. I don't read nutrition labels. All I do for balancing my nutrition is I try to make sure that every meal I eat, not every, but as many meals as possible, has a starch, a produce, a fruit or vegetable, and a protein. If I have a meal that has all of those, then it's balanced. You know what I mean? So wholesome to hear a Niqabi say, my wife, yes. Listen, I am absolutely... I have to go now. I got to eat in a few minutes. Oh, no worries. Thank you. Thank you for joining, Fefe. And also, Fefe, I was going to say, you had better eat because I saw, don't think you were slick. I saw that if you don't eat anything, you can't eat anything wrong. You weren't slick. I did see that. You better go eat something. Encourage everyone to do what works for them and only be mindful of the entailing consequences. Yeah, I feel that. I'm so, yeah. I think everything is about moderation and balance. And yeah, everything, like, different things will work different for different people. Like, I am the opposite of lactose intolerant. I am, like, lactose dependent. You know what I mean? Like, I go through a gallon of milk a week just in my regular life. I actually have gone through 2 gallons this week because it's all I can basically have with my wisdom tooth surgery. Also, I'm just realizing, sorry, I realized that the Twitch chat with the white on this this like background looks so bad. So I'm also just making mental notes for like what to change for later. I'm secretly a Muslim lesbian. I don't have any freedom to express who I am. I'm so sorry, Obsi. Yeah. That's the reality for so many of us. For so many of us. Inshallah, one day we will all have the freedom to express who we are. But yeah, I am like lactose dependent. Versus like my wife, if she has dairy at all, like it does such bad things to her. Such bad things to her. So in our house, we buy 2 gallons of soy milk a week for her and a gallon of milk of like regular dairy milk a week for me. And that's just how we live, you know? Everybody does what works for them. And that's nobody says like this is the correct way to live or this is the correct way to live. Ooh, I love this the Seasons of Passage because I love the little campers. The little campers are my favorite. I hate the mask. To be fair, I hate the mask. The mask freaks me out. But I love the little campers. The little campers are so cute. Aww. Yeah, go be safely away from me. These masks. Gosh. Passage of Assistance is complete. All right, I'm going to pick up the next passage quest, and then I'm going to go see if I can get a cat again. No muscle mass. Sage got you. That's how. Skinny legend. Yeah, it's because you can't lift nothing. All right, let's see. I'm not spending 48 candles on a mask. I don't want. I will get a heart, though. Might as well. All right, let's pick up the next one. Ooh, and there's only this and one more. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Eee, I love the little rainbow hearts. I'm autistic. Being blunt is my default. Nice. Listen, I also am very blunt, and I love using it as like, you know, sometimes it's just genuinely being blunt, and sometimes I use it as like an excuse to do a little roasting. See, look at the little campers. They're so cute. I love them. I love that. Like these masks. I can't stand the masks, but like, look at the little campers. They're adorable. And this is my favorite part. Wait for my favorite part. Wait for my favorite part. Where they go, doof, and then 3 of them go, and they're little campers, and then one of them is always like, oh wait, no, this one's different. Okay, because one of them is always like, I guess I gotta go. Okay, this one was different. One of them was like playing hacky sack with a light ball. That's so funny. And then they're so disappointed. That's so funny. No, but in the last 2 of them, there was always one little camper who was just kind of like, na, 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 like hanging their head. It was really cute. Let's see. Go to this mask in... Oh, this is... Oh, this is a different place. Okay, I thought this was taking me to where I took all those photos that time. Nice. All right. Bye, Ren. Bye. You're moving states. Oh, okay. Do not tell us where you're moving from or to. Do not dox yourself. But, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you. I know moving sucks, but please have a safe move, and we'll see you next time. Season of Passage's cosmetics vaguely give Indigenous and First Nation vibes. It absolutely does. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we're back? Okay, sorry. We glitched out for a moment and I was seeing my own desktop and I was like, what? Okay. All right. We are going to pause here. I am going to go get a bio break and hopefully return with a cat because I'm so sad. I did all this work to set up a cat cam and then the cats have all declared that they hate all of us, which is so rude. So rude. Yeah, actually, well, why don't we get out of here, actually? Where's the biddy? There we go. And then we'll go home, and then we'll hit Daylight Prairie, since that's where the next one is. Which is nice and convenient that it's still in Daylight Prairie. And then bio break, and this is also y'all's moment to go take a bio break. Break in the bio, which means, you know, whether you need food, water, stretch break, even to just like look away from the phone or the laptop or something for a moment, you know, like rest your eyes, get away from chat if chat has been rude. It seems like TikTok chat has been like, you know, vaguely filtered out. At least I'm not seeing a lot of hate. Maybe it's because like they realize I'm not talking back to the haters today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like Mercury is doing an amazing job at modding. I can't tell. Also, I'm so sorry to YouTube chat. Like if y'all are chatting in YouTube, I legitimately can't see you and I apologize to my like deepest core of my being. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try my best to fix that so I can at least see the chat tomorrow for YouTube. Indigenous studies is right up there with religious studies for my personal interests. I love to read about personal stories and oral traditions for people who are here first. Nice. I mean, obviously I'm half Indigenous, so like same. But I love that. Yes. Very cool. Okay. All right. So we are going to pause right up here and be ready to fly. Ready to fly. All right. I'm going to go use the restroom and get a cat, hopefully. Inshallah. Inshallah. Everyone put pss, 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 pss in the chat to try and entice one of the cats here. You'd think I have 3. One of them would show up for cat cam. And in the meantime, please, at least like take 3 deep breaths. Even if you do nothing else for the bio break, take 3 deep breaths, okay? All right? All right. Bismillah. We'll be right back. kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, no. No, will you stay there, please, for Baba? Will you stay in the cat cam for Baba, please? Please. We're trying to convince him to stay. Pause one moment for convincing. He's very close to the camera right now, which is why I just see basically like his butt. We're giving him lots of pets and encouragement to stay. And thank you, Sage. Thank you for putting something in chat. I should have put something in chat in TikTok as well. Oh my goodness. Buddy, will you stay? Will you stay? Yeah? Will you please stay for Bubba? Will you be the first kitty to officially be on stream kitty cam? I'll even adjust the camera if you won't move to like appropriately being in the thing. Yes, this is number 1. If he'll stay. Will you stay? Stream kitty. Please. Please, stream kitty. Yeah. Look, you could just settle down. Yeah. You could just settle down. What you doing? What you doing, bud? You gonna stay? Let's see. Make it to where y'all can see him a little bit better. That's really not working. He needs to be lifted up here so y'all can see him at least briefly. Him boy. Him boy. You gonna stay? Are you content to stay? Am I really gonna get to put the the thingy back? All right. It's okay. It's okay. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. You're okay. What is in front of... Oh, it's this cord. I'm like, what is in front of the thing? It's a different cord. All right, that's the best I can do for right now, y'all. My goodness. Hopefully, he'll stay. Hopefully, inshallah. My bud. All right, yeah. Okay. Now let's get back to playing Sky. Now that I've had a bio break and we have maybe secured a cat for the stream kitty camera that I worked so hard to set up. So hard. Hi, buddy. I know. We worked so hard to make a cozy spot and set up a camera. No. Wow. And he knocked over the water bowl on the way, too. That was so disrespectful. As soon as I stopped petting him, as soon as I got everything set up, it was like, no. Sorry, I've gotten so discombobulated I'm running into the clouds. That was heartbreaking. We are 0 for 3. I have now encouraged every single one of the cats. I started with number 2, and then I put number 3, and then I put number 1. Yep, we've gotten completely turned around. That's what I thought. Sorry. And then the last one, number 1, I put into the cat tree. All 3 of them said, absolutely not. That was truly heartbreaking. Truly heartbreaking. Dang. I might try again with number 2, though, because he was sleeping downstairs in the same spot. And I think the only reason he didn't stay earlier is because the air conditioner was on, and he hates the noise of the air conditioner. So actually... I know, yes! Also, Adam, are you okay? Because I tried to reply to you, and it said that your account was suspended, and I was worried about you, and I had wanted to reply on the things that we were talking about, that I'm not gonna, you know, burst your privacy bubble. Your TikTok is locked for DMs. Okay. I got worried about you. I'm glad you're okay, alhamdulillah. But yes, I changed my stream time. I made an announcement video this morning. I am now streaming in the afternoons, my time. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go try and get this cat because, like, look at this. Look at this empty box. This is, does anyone else remember that meme where it's like, this is where I would put my cat if I had one. You can get my Discord or Insta. Ooh, yes. If you will whisper your Discord to me, that would be cool. I technically have an Instagram, but I do not use it. I'm just camping on the username for right now. All right, BRB, 3 more seconds, and then I promise I'll give up on the cat cam quest and we'll play this mask. This is the boy. This is the boy. The boy. And his little Pete's. Look at his little Pete's. Look at that Pete. All right, buddy. Will you hang out with us? Yeah? Will you please hang out with us for Baba? Little cat feetsies, I know. Little cat feetsies. Will you hang out with us, buddy, please? Now that the AC's off, I even turned the fan down for you. Bubba's gonna be suffering. It's gonna be so hot in here. Just for you. Just for you and your sensitive little cat ears. He says, not until you've petted me enough. You have to pet me enough until I've decided that maybe I'll stay. Oh. I think he's gonna stay, y'all. Did you see that? Did you see that? Sorry, I'm trying not to be too loud because then he's gonna run away because he doesn't like me screaming. But did you see that? Did you see that? I think he's gonna stay. Oh, buddy. Okay. All right, let's play this quest. Passage of coordination. And I think this means also that I can even move this back to where it was a little bit. Okay, first of all, look at him, little face. Can I move it back to how it was? Or not really? Was that never a good view? Nah, I think it was never a good view. Just kidding. I gotta quit playing with it so that I can actually play the game. Oh, did y'all see that big kitty yawn? That was crazy. What a good boy. Thank you for finally being stream kitty. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We finally have a stream kitty. Look at that. It's not really going to work if you make me keep petting you, though, because I am trying to play a thing where I actually have to, like, pay attention and use both hands. Because I think it was called the passage of coordination, not the passage of being occupied by a cat. Oh, he's grooming now. Oh, sorry. Pfft, just me smacking into you. Oh, hello? Oh. Unlock carry? Oh my goodness, Sage is gonna carry me? I mean, listen, Sage carries me every day. Sage has been carrying this stream since the beginning. But yes. Nah, it's your turn. Oh, I was just about to say I'm trying to click all the little things because I want to carry you. Yeah. Nice. Yay! Look at that! I'm giving Sage a piggyback ride. I'm so excited. Listen, Sage has carried this stream long enough. It's time for me to pay it forward. Giving Sage a ride, carrying Sage around. Might as well. Because also, like, it said rest until something starts, but then, like, there's no countdown on this one. There's no timer for this one, so I'm a little losties. But we can at least have fun while we wait. That's so cute. Right? This whole game is full of such cute little moments like this. Such cute little moments. Absolutely. Right? Yeah, non-binary hatchling. You should definitely, like, it's free to play. You know, I've not paid a dime in all the months I've been playing it, and I, unless something severely changes with, like, how much zero income I make doing this, like, I cannot be affording to pay anything for this, so I will continue to play it for free, and I enjoy every second of it. I've never felt like I've really missed out on anything, you know, with not paying for it, so yeah, it's wonderful. Oh, I wish y'all could hear. Here, I'm going to bend down really quickly. Would you like to tell the people that? Oh, thank you so much. Are you enjoying it? Yes, anyways. I just realized also that meant that my face was on the cat cam, which probably looked crazy. But I just wanted y'all to hear that he was purring so loud. He was purring so loud. I don't earn with subs. I do earn with subs, Adam, but I currently have 7 subs. Which means I am earning currently $14, I believe. Yeah, I have earned $14, which is not nothing. I do not want to say that is Oh, okay, that is not included. Just kidding. That area is not in this. It's not nothing, and I am very grateful for every single subscriber. You know, I absolutely, and I am so grateful for anybody who ever gives me a little like heart or rose or anything on TikTok. Like, I love you all so much, and I never expect to earn anything from this. Like, I acknowledge that I'm doing this in my spare time for free, and if that's how it always continues, then like, subhanallah, I'm grateful to be able to be doing this at all. However, it is not enough to really buy things, especially since the first thing I need to buy would be like a better computer that doesn't crash all the time and that can like do better things. I might have to leave the quest and re-enter. Okay, that's what I was wondering, Sage. I was like, I feel like something glitched because I'm wandering around looking for like what might trigger it to start, and I'm not seeing anything. So okay, I'm glad you said something. I was like, usually there's a timer, but maybe this one is you have to find the thing. So yeah, we'll leave and re-enter it. But yes, I want to strike a delicate balance where I acknowledge and thank, you know, every single person who has ever contributed in any way, financially or just through their time or their support or their kindness, while also having to say that, like, you know, the ads that I am forced to run as an affiliate, I've not seen a single cent from them because I don't have enough people watching to actually earn from them. The subscribers are not at a level where like I can really afford to put any of that money towards towards paying for game stuff yet. You know, I've earned a grand total of $100 maybe from TikTok stuff since I started again back in, what was it, like March? So March, April, May, June, July. So in the last 4.5 months, I've made maybe $100 total, if that. It's just not, I'm not at a level yet where like this is real income more than it is like, I don't know, occasionally putting some gas in my tank. So now I'll leave it at that. I still don't see a timer, Sage. I might just have to try this on another day when it's not bugged, I guess. Yeah. The DC for bug reports about this. That's a great idea, yeah. Do you mind doing that? Because it would take me so long to pull that up with all these things. But for now, we can just bug out of here. And I also only have 22 minutes left on the stream, so we could just finish doing a candle run through the rest of the places I have unlocked. And then next Sky stream, we'll do the wind something. And we can also come back to mask area. But yeah, that's too bad. I was hoping to finish up the mask quests today. But, well, we have a lot of Sky left to play and unlock. That's okay. We will keep going. And y'all let me know too, like what, I've got a whole list of other games to play as well. We're going to do Froggy Brews again. If y'all missed the Froggy Brews demo that we did Monday, don't even worry about it. We will be playing that demo again. And we will absolutely, inshallah, be playing it again when it comes out for real. I'm now in the Froggy Brews Discord and like bugging the developers every couple of hours when I like think of something else I thought of about the game. I am now the Froggy Brews devs' either best friend or worst nightmare, depending on what they think of. In terms of like whether they like people who care way too much about their things. What's my Discord name? So if you will whisper to me something, you know, it doesn't have to be your Discord name, but if you will whisper to me and open up a whisper chat, then I'll send you my Discord name. But like, I'm not just gonna announce that live on stream to all of Twitch and TikTok and YouTube, because I just can't be doing that. But if you'll open up a whisper to me on Twitch, Adam, then I'll exchange that with you. Okay, so for the last like 20 minutes, we will just continue candle running through Whispering Woods and everywhere, or sorry, I keep saying Whispering Woods, Hidden Forest and everywhere else. Also, we do have ads starting in 30 seconds. You can't DM me? You can't whisper to me? People could whisper to me yesterday. Do you have settings set up to where you can't be whispered to? Or you can't whisper to people? Let me see if I can click on you and whisper to you. 1 second. Whisper? I don't think I have, but I'll look later. Yeah, I've been having a problem too. When I click on whisper when I'm in my like OBS thing, nothing happens. Am I in the queer Muslim Discord? Is that still a thing? There are tons of queer Muslim Discords. Somebody asked me that a while back on Twitch. Somebody was like, are you in the queer Muslim Discord? And I was like, Bestie, there's so many queer Muslim Discords. Like, you're going to have to be more specific. I'm in a bunch of queer Muslim Discords. So, but yes, we are... Oh, here, I'll talk about the ad stuff after the ad break. I'm banned on all of them? Adam, what are you doing to get banned on the queer Muslim Discords? That's what I want to know. Are you fighting with people? Because I love you, but I have seen you be a little bit of a fighty guy. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do some dye farming, you know, while we're here. Might as well. Your Discord is... Wait. Okay, I gotta write that down somewhere, because whenever we raid at the end of this, I lose the chat now. Which is so sad, because I have been writing down my favorite stuff in chat. There's a big one going around Reddit for a while. Oh, interesting. M-A-C-A-U Muslim. Okay. All right, I've got that. Yeah, I was writing down all of the like really nice folks saying things in chat in like a little book, and I would still like to figure out a way to do that, but I think I'm going to have to make it like a Google form or something that like people fill out to submit something to the book, because now with doing everything in OBS, when I raid somebody, like their chat fills it all up and I can't save it. So, that system just doesn't, that system is going to have to evolve, essentially. So, yeah, we gotta evolve as our systems evolve, y'all. Which, I overshot it a little bit. But yeah, I will have to check out whatever the one that was going around Reddit is. But yeah, I'm in like 7 different queer Muslim Discords. I couldn't tell you which one we're talking about. I actually even had my own at one point. And inshallah, once I get to a point, if I get to a point of like so doing well enough on social media that I have kind of a dedicated mod team, I would love to have a Discord for like the Your Queer Muslim Cousin community. But the problem is, like, I know how to create a Discord server. I actually even have the old Discord server that I probably could just like empty and repurpose that infrastructure. But a Discord server requires ongoing, continuous moderation and upkeep. That is not something that you can just like set and forget. Or, I mean, you could, but then it would just become like a cesspool of awfulness, because it's a community, and a community is like a garden. It needs constant weeding and feeding and upkeep and growth. And I don't have the capacity to do that right now, y'all. I am like at full capacity right now with having YouTube and TikTok and Twitch, and doing all of the stuff like, hey, figuring out how to do overlays. Hey, figuring out how to do like stream elements, figuring out how to do multi-stream, keeping up with posting 3 times a day. Like, I am at capacity, and in the best way possible, in a way that I love doing, in a way that I feel like stretched in a good, growing, healthy way. But like, I cannot take on, like, I'm trying to figure out how I can get a little bit more capacity back so that I can open up a what is the word I was looking for? Oh, it's going to bother me. Not a WordPress, the other one. The thing where people publish written works. Y'all help me out. Help me out. What is it called? It's not WordPress. It's the other thing that people use now. I just said it earlier on stream too. Sorry, one of my medications has this side effect where it can make you like forget words, and it really genuinely bothers me so much. I'm trying to talk to my doctor about exploring alternatives for it because like I can't stand this. Substack! Bless you. May Allah reward you. Non-binary hatchling. Thank you. Yes, a Substack. That is my like next big thing that I'm like, I really, really, really want to put a Substack out there. I really want to do that. But I also then need to like have a consistent posting schedule there too. And I want to have not just my backlog of stuff that I have, but I also then need to have a consistent like putting out some newer stuff. And I have lots and lots of ideas for things, but I also, you know, will need to put aside some like time for regular writing. Yeah. Need to go, but I love the stream and the setup, especially the cat cam. Thank you so much, Pink. Thank you for hanging out. Yes, I'm so glad you liked it. And please, yes, have a good day. Take care of yourself. Love you so much for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Masalama, Pink. Yeah, so Substack is definitely the thing that I want to come next. And I would love to have a Discord eventually, but I would need to have like a community surrounding me a little bit more where I could rely on at least volunteer mods, if not maybe have things really, really infrastructured to where I could like pay people somehow, because moderating takes a lot of time and work, and like you also need skilled people. I can't just like ask anybody to do this. Like I need people who are skilled in, you know, community engagement and conflict resolution. You know, moderating can go really, really sideways if you just have random people who are just as reactive as the folks they're supposed to be moderating. Yeah, I'm also very, you know, community activist at heart myself. I have taken like a lot of like nonviolent communication classes and do a lot of that type of work and engaging in non-traditional like restorative justice and that type of, you know, just trying to explore different ways for communities to heal and repair and talk to each other when there is internal conflict. And there's always going to be, especially in like a pluralistic space like I'm trying to build, where it's like, yeah, how do you teach people to coexist with really different conflicting ideas? Because like in a queer Muslim space, you are going to have people who are deeply devoted to the idea of Islam. You are going to have people who are deeply scarred by the idea of Islam. You are going to have people who believe that, you know, you can be Muslim and queer as long as you don't act on it. You are going to have people who believe that, like, you must act on being queerness or you're betraying your fitra. Like, you're going to have every opinion under the sun, and you are going to have to teach people how to coexist with each other and come up with kind of rules of engagement. It's really, really tricky stuff. And there's going to be harm done, guaranteed. And you have to decide on, like, what are the rules for that, like, reparative, restorative justice, and how to do so in a way that's not punitive, that is not carceral, that doesn't just, like, I don't know, rehash the same wrongs that are done by our greater society. You know, and as somebody, especially who, like, is half white and half indigenous, I'm really, really invested in, like, hey, not how do I put it? not committing the same mistakes of the folks that I grew up around, because I was mainly raised by the white side of my family. I am newly, in the last like 5-10 years, getting engaged with my Indigenous ancestry and trying to engage more with that side of my history and learning from a lot of Indigenous people and trying to bring more of that history into my life so that I can pass that on to my kids and so I can learn more about that for myself. But I know that just as every person is bigoted and is biased in a lot of ways because that's the society we're raised in, I know that, like, hey, I was raised by the white side of my family, and I know that I have a lot of that in me, and I don't ever want to commit the same harms that were committed upon me because of how I was raised. So I'm just always trying to learn better and do better and not take on things before I'm ready for them, if that makes sense. Like, I always want to try and do the learning and do the work first, rather than jumping into something and then being like, oops, actually, guess I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Also, let me see what you were saying, Adam, because I realized you were saying a bunch of things, and then, like, I just was on my soapbox for a minute, and what was Adam saying? 1 second. It's not letting me scroll up. Main reason I'm banned by all this is basically... Oh, uh-oh. Ah! Argument got out of hand, and I said... going to... people talked about that, and I got bit. I just said that I was angry. Said something kind of racist when I first joined, but I just wanted to share beautiful nasheeds. And they deleted the nasheeds because they believed it was Nazi song. Ooh. Yikes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it seems, and that's the perfect kind of example of, like, something where it's like, hey, if we could have all maybe engaged in some, like, also, I got turned around. I can't tell if this is going forward or going backwards, so I guess we'll find out. Let me peek through the gates, maybe. I think actually I need to go this way. Like the perfect example of something where it's like, if we could have all taken a deep breath and engaged perhaps in some more like restorative justice practices and, you know, actually talk to each other and come to the table like for a conversation instead of just everybody assuming, everybody being upset. Like, you know, this whole situation could have gone better, but, you know, that was not done. So, and I want to avoid things like that. So all of that to say, that's why I'm not just jumping both feet in and being like, oh yeah, let's just create a Discord server right now. 'Cause, like, do I technically have the technical skills for it? Sure. But, like, do I stop? Do I have the, like, ability to keep up with that kind of community moderation in a way that feels ethical right now? No. So, also, by the way, this is the Seasons of Migration questline, and this is where I fully left and abandoned it. So, for those who don't know, when we were talking about subs earlier, I do have a sub goal of 10 subscribers on Twitch. If we reach the 10 subscriber goal, I have promised that I will go back and I will pick up the Seasons of Migration questline, because I fully did abandon it. I said, like, this is too annoying. This is too, like, I was not very good at flying at the time. I mean, I say that like I'm good at flying now. I'm still not very good at flying, but I really, really was very new and very bad at flying, and I got too annoyed by it. And I said, I'm never playing this. I'm just abandoning it. It will be abandoned forever. But because I love you all so much, I have said, if we get to 10, if we get to 10 subscribers, I will go back and play Seasons of Migration. So if that's something you care about, if you are also a completionist like me, and or you just really, really love Seasons of Migration for some reason, which, to be fair, I like it a lot. It is very pretty. It's just the quest was annoying. Then you should maybe subscribe on Twitch, and also like get your friends to subscribe. And it will also, benefits for you. It also lets you watch without ads. I will also unlock some additional emotes, and more emotes coming soon. Panda, who is not in chat today, but Panda is going to be creating some custom like cookie and other very cute emojis for us. Or emotes, sorry. On Twitch they're called emotes. I have to remember this. But yeah, you could in fact force me to do some things by subscribing. So you have some power in this situation. You have lots of power. I think it's sad they just banned me on other servers too because they just said that I'm a danger. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's hard, and especially in queer Muslim communities too, it can be tough because people do feel the need to protect themselves and defend their communities. Okay, wait, so Grandma's Table is not happening right now. I did look up the Grandma's Table thing the other day. I try not to look up many things in Sky, but like I did want to understand what was happening before. So I looked up the Grandma's Table thing. But like, so it's... Oh, I guess I should have done it at 2:30 then, because it's on the even half hours. It's 2:30, 4:30. It's on the even half hours. So I should have done that earlier if I wanted to do it. That's okay. Maybe I'll be bad and I'll stay on till 4:30. I might just do that today. But yeah, a lot of especially like queer Muslim communities and communities that are very small and often being targeted by like large attacking forces, like, the mainstream Muslim community. They do often become very, very defensive to the point where it is sometimes even attacking their own, and just... Again, I'm not saying that anyone is necessarily right or like in the right or in the wrong, but it just becomes you kind of have to weigh, how much are we protecting our own versus sometimes we're accidentally excluding our own. Sometimes we are just having misunderstandings. Sometimes it is genuinely just a case of like the very stupid adage of like hurt people, if you're on the East Coast, it's the odd half hour marks. Oh, well then I just missed it half an hour ago? Oh, nuts. Well, so much goes for my plan of staying on until 4:30 because I want to hit Grandma's Table. So it was half an hour ago? I thought it went on for an hour, though. Shouldn't it be still ongoing, then? Yeah, because I'm on the East Coast, and it's 3:59, and I thought it went on for an hour. So it should be going on from 3:30 to 4:30, then, yeah? Guess you gotta stay till 5:30. Listen, I can sometimes cheat it by like half an hour. I cannot. Yeah. Part of my commitment to starting to get here on time is that I also have to commit to leaving on time. Because the reason I was always doing the morning streams at the very beginning is because of Salah times. Like, one of the things is that, like, in order for me to do this, I have to stay safe, right? I put a lot of myself out there on the internet, but I have myself to keep safe. I have my wife to keep safe. That's why I don't reveal my real name. From 35 to 45. Oh, it's a short window. Oh, it's a really, really, really short window. Wow. Okay, that's good to know, Sage. Thank you. Dang. All right. Dang, dang, dang. All right, so yeah, we really missed it. Missed it for reals. That is good to know. Good news is all of the dye just reset, so that's exciting. But yeah, it's why I don't talk about my real name. That's why I don't even reveal my like government age. I just talk vaguely about like an age range, or a birthday, because like if I ever revealed one, if I accidentally revealed the other, like boom, now you have my like, month, day, year, and that's like PII that can really be used to dox you. That's why I don't get any more specific other than just like East Coast. I have to be really, really careful, because I remember when I first was doing TikTok back in like 2020, I saw so many of my fellow queer Muslims start getting big on TikTok and then like have to move and have to enact really scary safety protocols because like, hey, their child started getting like stalked at school, or they did get doxxed and they had like threatening letters sent to their home. Like they had really, really scary things start happening to them because they thought it was all, and not to say like, I really don't want to sound victim blaming because it was not their fault. They never deserved to be treated like this. It was never okay that this happened, and it was not their fault at all. They also did not take precautions. They sometimes, posted on private, like, hijabless photos or niqabless photos. They also did not take precautions of any kind to, like, not, make sure that they didn't post in their front yards or whatever that showed clearly where they lived, or to not show regional chains in their videos. They just didn't take what I would consider to be really basic safety protocol, like, precautions on the internet. And as a queer Muslim, you're gonna get death threats. That just is a guarantee. And I hate to say that, but that just is a guarantee. If you are posting publicly about being a queer Muslim, that is what's going to happen to you. That's a big part of why I slowed down and then went dark all those years ago, is because I knew that I wasn't taking enough safety protocols and I didn't know how yet. I knew that I didn't know enough, and I knew that I wasn't in a position yet to protect myself and my family well enough. And I didn't want anything to happen. So, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here. I'm like, why isn't it taking me to... There we go. Homophobes are so scary. They are, and a lot of them will go to really extreme lengths. So, all that to say, I was like, why did I start on this tangent? Oh, it's because, so the reason I originally picked the stream time of the morning is because I am Muslim. I do pray all my 5 prayers, sometimes even more. Not to like brag on myself or anything, but I do pray a lot. And in the morning, there's a nice big open window of prayer, from, Fajr until Dhuhr, where I can stream and I don't have to take any breaks for prayer. And I can just stream and I don't have to worry about it. But in the afternoons, I would have to take breaks for Salah. And the prayer times are based on where you live. They are based on the timing of the sun, of like, where the sun is in the sky. And therefore, if somebody tells you, hey, Asr is at, blah, blah, blah time, I can tell you exactly where that person lives. If somebody tells you on, July 14th, 2026, Asr is at this time of day, I can tell you exactly where that person lives, at least to a, like, city, city range. maybe it's not like exactly like where their home address is, but I can at least give you city and state because it is based on timing of the sun. If you pray during a bio break, someone could figure out your location. Exactly. And so I always want to stream in a big enough block of like 2 or 3 or 4 hours to where it's worth it for me to be on. It's worth it for y'all to be on. Nobody wants to just stream for an hour and then have to go away. And also, again, it would be kind of obvious of like, oh yeah, I'm going away to pray, like whatever. So when I made the decision to switch to afternoon streaming times, like streaming is going to shift throughout the year. I just want to warn y'all that like, yeah, right now stream time is going to be 1:30 to 4. Sometimes I might stretch it to a little bit later. I will probably be late for stream sometimes still because like your boy has ADHD and can't help it. But I am trying to be better about both being on time for coming and going because it's a much narrower window. You know what I mean? It's a much narrower window. Versus in the morning, it was like I can be as kind of as late as I want and leave as late as I want, other than just like, you know, in offending y'all because you know, it's not going to run at any prayer times. Versus now, I have to worry about things. And throughout the year, I will have to shift things. And I will have to do things like maybe I'll have to stream in 2 big blocks. I'll have to have 1 big block at the top and 1 big block at the bottom. And just have a big 2-3 hour break in the middle. And not tell y'all whether I'm praying Asr or Maghrib or Isha or all 3 in that block. Because I can't dox myself like that. I let y'all know that I live vaguely on the East Coast. But, you know, it's just not safe. So, and I hate that. I wish that I could, you know, say, oh, I live in this state and like share the good halal places with y'all and arrange meetups. Like, I think that would be amazing. But I have just seen that go, not the worst it can go, alhamdulillah, like, but I've seen it go pretty badly. And I want to be able to do this for a long, long time. And I'm very protective of my wife. And we're looking at having kids next year. And I am very protective of my kids, even though they haven't even been born yet. And I'm in this for the long haul with y'all. And so I hope you know that, like, I'm not doing any of this because I want to cut y'all out. I am actually doing this because I am in this for the long haul with all of y'all. I want to be able to do this for years and years. I want to be able to do this for a long, long time. And that means I have to be able to not get cut off at the knees before I even start. You know what I mean? So, all that to say, just a little peek behind the curtain when it's just like, haha, I guess you have to like stay on stream for a long time. And I have to be like, actually, no. No, I cannot. Because now it's a safety consideration. Because if I make a slip and say like, oh no, I have to go run for boop prayer, I've doxed myself. Now I've doxed myself, you know? Or, you know, like we do have adhan clocks in our house, and if like it's too loud and y'all hear the adhan clock going off, like I've doxed myself. And I just can't take that risk. So I have to be a lot, now that we're doing afternoon streams, like I wanted to take that feedback from y'all. I wanted to be able to hear that, like, yes, that would allow so many more people to come to the streams. That would be such a better timing for folks. It would open up a lot of things. I wanted to be able to take that feedback and do something about it. But the trade-off is that I have to be a lot more disciplined in starting on time and ending on time. Because now it's not just like a haha, oops, whatever. Now it's a safety consideration. So, and I see some other folks talking in the chat. I do want to check what that is because I think I know what we're talking about, and I would love to weigh in and give some advice. But I just, again, I wanted to finish the one topic before we switch to another. Sorry, the chat. I'm gonna make the Twitch chat a little bit bigger for me so that I can see a little bit more of it. Yeah, I'm really afraid to become homeless. Yes, I didn't want to bring that up if you were not comfortable talking about it. You know, in public, Adam. Muslim prayers are always supposed to face the cardinal direction of Mecca, if I recall correctly. Yes, no, that is correct. The direction can also give you away. But like, since I'm not praying live on stream, I mean that would also give me away if it's the time that I'm praying. Been homeless before. It really sucks, but you might get through it. Yeah. Are you old enough to get a job or have work? Do you have a car? Yeah, so Adam, I had wanted to, like I said, I wanted to respect your privacy and not assume that you were comfortable talking about this live on stream. But if it is something you are comfortable talking about and want to talk about, then like absolutely we can talk. I have been homeless multiple times, many times in my life. It does suck. It is not easy, and becoming unhoused makes it that much more difficult to become housed again. So when you, that's why I was so worried when we had been DMing, and then like I wasn't able to DM you anymore because I was like, did that happen? What's going on? I was making a lot of dua for you. I was very, very worried. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that that was okay. But it is, you know, you were saying like, oh, well, I'll just go live on the streets or at a train station. I want to acknowledge that I only have a U.S. American perspective. I do not know what it is like to be unhoused in other parts of the world, specifically in Europe where you're from, or, you know, in Asia, in Central or South America, other parts of the world. I do not have that perspective. But as somebody who has been unhoused in, you know, U.S. America 2 or 3 times now, it's incredibly hard. And once you become unhoused, it is really, it is like, you know, crabs in a bucket. Like, it is really, really hard to get back out from that. If you have any ability to stay housed in any capacity, whether it's in a car or on, you know, a friend's couch or like anything where you are not fully on the streets or in some sort of like public space, that is better. Because the problem, one of the big problems is hygiene. Hygiene and having safe access to your belongings. Because when you are in public spaces all the time, you don't have access to taking care of personal hygiene. You know, again, coming from a U.S. American perspective, like, you don't have the ability to take a shower, brush your teeth, you know, do, you know, brush your hair, do anything that would be considered like taking care of your personal hygiene in public spaces. So very quickly, like within a day or two, you will start to stink. You will start to look unkempt. You will start to like look, quote unquote, like one of the unhoused. And that makes it very difficult to receive support, receive accommodations. Like, you know, if you are looking for a job to be able to turn the tide and like be able to get money, to be able to get an apartment, to be able to support yourself again, you can't do that if you look like an unhoused person, because people don't want to hire one of those. If you are applying to, you know, an apartment or something like that, if those require applications, you know, those require you to look presentable and not smell bad and all of those sorts of things. Like, it gets really tough really quickly. And you can be diligent about that. Like I've been unhoused, and you can just work to be very, very diligent about keeping up with your hygiene and not letting yourself get that way. But it starts to take a mental toll on you, and especially if you are just camping outside with other unhoused people or sleeping in, like you said, like a train station or something, you can kind of start to get dragged down into that mentality of like, well, we kind of all smell bad, we kind of all look rough. What does it matter? You know, free showers and washing machines for the homeless in the capital of my area. Yeah, exactly. How busy are they? How often can you use them? Would you be getting harassed by like police or other, folks of the state while you use them? Would your stuff be safe while you use them? Because that's another thing that people don't consider. Like for unhoused folks, everything you own, you have to carry with you at all times. And nothing that you cannot carry with you, you can own, unless you have money to pay for a storage unit of some sort. So you are always going to be lugging around a backpack or, something, a duffel bag, or that's why unhoused people have shopping carts and stuff if they're unhoused for long, long periods of time, because that's a really convenient, easier way to get to roll it instead of having to carry it on their shoulders and backs all the time. But again, like if you go inside somewhere to shower, you have to leave that. So unless you have somebody that you trust to watch it, who's not going to steal it from you, who's not going to sell it, who's not going to wander off and abandon it, who's not going to maybe like use drugs and become incapacitated, and not be able to watch it for you, unless you have someone you can trust to look after it while you go inside, is it going to be safe for you to do that? Oh, nuts. I always think there's candles in here, and then there's not. Shoot. So, and again, this is not me trying to like poke holes in your thing at all. This is just me putting it out there. During winter from October to March, you can also sleep there. There are volunteers the whole night, and you get free breakfast. Okay. I mean, it sounds like there are way better resources, like state resources for you, than there are in the United States, because none of that stuff exists here. I mean, there are ostensibly some things like that, but like they don't actually, none of them actually pan out that way. And you might find out that like similarly to how like there's supposed to be homeless shelters here that have a lot of those similar resources, but they never actually pan out that way. You may find out that your reality is different from what you've been told. Like you may find out similar things. Exactly. April, what if they're at capacity? What if they can't accept more people? And also, you also need to look at like what ages of people do they accept? Do they accept only adults, only minors, only elders? What ages of people do they accept? Because if they don't accept people in your age range, whatever age you are, or if they report people of certain ages, then you won't be able to access those resources. If you are running away from a specific type of situation, whether it's family abuse or domestic violence or anything like that, then you need to find out whether those resources will report you as, will they try to contact family, friends, partner, whoever you're running away from, and put you in danger. Because then you won't be able to access... Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Then you won't be able to access those resources because they will alert the people that you are trying to be safe from. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading your things, just not necessarily reading them out loud. But you did your research on some of that stuff, and it sounds like they accept folks that are young, which is cool. Yeah. And yeah, there's And, what are your meet the guidelines a shelter has set up? There's no guarantee you'll be treated well at that point. Yeah. Excuse me. And, you can also be treated poorly by like the other residents of that shelter. You could be sleeping there overnight and then like have all of your stuff stolen or destroyed. If you are setting out with money or with clothing or with resources of some sort, you could end up with none of that. And then, your plan for, okay, I'm staying here for a certain amount of time, but then like I'm getting on my feet, could be totally destroyed because like now actually you have nothing. So this is not to say that like you shouldn't, and I'm not saying that like any of this would guaranteed be worse than whatever you're going through that's causing you to want to leave your situation. These are just things that I want you to consider, because there are some things that are just really hard to undo. They're really hard to undo. And, oh gosh. As somebody who has been homeless, it is really, somebody in the chat earlier was saying like to think also about like the trauma you're going to endure, because yeah, you're going to be harassed by like parties of the state, whether, police, social workers, whoever, like folks who are enforcing like anti-loitering laws, things like that. You are also just going to be harassed by like other people walking on the street who are going to see you and clock you as an unhoused person and treat you poorly. You are probably going to be treated poorly by the folks who are on the street with you, who are your fellow unhoused. You're going to be treated poorly by the people who are not unhoused, who clock you as such. It's, yeah, just because he didn't smoke and they did. Yeah, and the rates of assault against unhoused people are pretty high. Like, there are very few protections for you once you start existing solely in public. And because you're having to spend all of your money on, smaller, like single-use items, travel size items, meals that you can eat right away instead of buying in bulk and being able to, keep them at home and things like that. Your money doesn't go as far as you want it to. And often, like, also, if you don't have an address, I don't know how it works in the place you're from, but in the United States, if you don't have a home address, you have a really hard time doing things like if you don't have a bank account, opening a bank account. So you have to carry all your money on you, and you don't have the opportunity to like build up savings. All your money can just be stolen from you at any given moment, and then you have to start over and start over and start over and start over. You can't get a job because the job wants you to list an address on your I-9, your like employment paperwork. And again, they want to be able to do like direct deposit and give you your stuff, and you need a bank account with a routing address. Like, it just, once you even just lose having a home address, unless you have a friend or someone who's going to let you use their home address to send your mail to, you really, you lose a lot. You have a bank account with some stuff in. Okay, well, don't tell us. Don't give personal information like that on the internet. Yeah, please save that towards an apartment. Don't blow that on. Oh wait, this is the other side of that place we already went to. I always forget that. Oh my gosh, also, it's 4:25. Wow, sorry. All this talk about, like, I need to be so strict about getting off of stream on time. And then I got too scared about our friend being in danger and didn't even pay attention to, like, what time it was. Okay, we need to go home, turn in our quests, and log off of stream. Oh my gosh! Wow. Sorry. complete. I need to maybe just like put a clock here or something, because the problem is my new little cat cam thing is blocking the little clock part of my computer. But yeah, all that to say, Adam, if it's at all possible to avoid becoming unhoused, I really recommend not. I wouldn't wish being unhoused on anybody. It's really not ideal. Wait, did I not do anything else? Use expressions. Oh, Sage, I'm gonna come use some expressions with you. Oh, or Sage is gone. Let me express at Sage real quick. Expressing myself at Sage. Expressing my love for Sage. Yay! Okay. All right, we're turning this in, and then we're getting off of stream, because, oh my goodness, after all that talk. But yes, we love you so much for the sake of Allah, Adam, and please feel free to reach out and, like, talk more. Thank you for asking for advice and seeking help from others, because I think that's very brave to not just try to go it alone and you know. Oh, and we'll light everyone's friend star as well. Ivy sent me some friend star stuff. That was cool. All right, we have small. And KD. Void. Void, I think, is lurking in the chat, or at least they were earlier. Or he was earlier, excuse me. Yes, yeah, making everyone make dua for Adam, please. Keep him in our duas. Lunar. Everyone's got their little cheepies. That's so cute. Ivy. Ivy lit my friend star. I couldn't believe that. I can't light Kaisers? I don't know why. Sage. And last but not least, Fefe. Fefe the Fabulous. Oh, wait. I can't forget about my rando friends. My rando friends. We have Nice Rando. We have the first friend I ever made. Oh, which I can't do anything for them, apparently. And we have Baby Rando. Can't do anything for them either. Okay, I don't know why. Well, that's fine. Okay, all right. We are going to raid somebody. Sage, do you know if Ivy is on today? It's a Tuesday. She might be. I guess let me see if I can find out. I can find out. Rad World is on? Nice. Okay. Rad World. Oop. Okay. All right. Let's pretend that I actually remember how to do this. All right. So we are going to change to just chatting. There we go. So I can exit out of Sky. Amazing. And turn our cat cam back on because we do have a cat. Look at our beautiful cat. He's sleeping. I'm not going to touch him. Okay. And then Rad World. It's a very, very rad world. Oh, look, I don't even have to search for them. First person on. Or he's the first person on. All right, so we're going to go raid Rad World if you are on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, you could be, and we could go spread the love. But if you are not, then for everybody else that's on YouTube and TikTok, thank you so much for joining. Apologies again to YouTube that I couldn't see any of your comments. I will be trying to fix that overnight. And we will see you all tomorrow for, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. So for Quran comparison, all the 7 Qurans that we'll go over again. Thank you all so much for joining on my first like multi-stream with the overlays and all this work that I've been doing to try and like bring you guys a cooler, better experience. Thank you, Funtime AJ. Thank you. Yes, I love you all so much for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you all for joining. I pray that Allah gives you an amazing day full of ease and peace and barakah. And until I see you tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, new time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, masalama. And if you're on Twitch, let's go raid Rad World. All right.